What it do, Space Crew? So it's February. I am going to start doing studio vlogs now. I got bags under my eyes because I've been up working on king cakes non-stop. I decided to ship the shipping on them to give me more time because they sell out as soon as I restock them. And then I've also got to draw pictures. I'm doing your character here commissions, the drawing. So there's been a lot of arm work, a lot of uptime, staying up at night. Also my actual day job, which is not hourly, so it goes on as there's work. But that being said, there's a lot getting done. I will show the process on one of the commissions that the buyer said that it was okay for me to record some of it. Maybe there's some skipping around here and there because I don't do everything in one day because I don't have the time for that. Like just sitting in the spot all day, like that's too much. But I will also show some king cake. There will be a king cake video if I haven't already made it on just the process on how I made the big 18-inch ones. And I will have some of me organizing my studio space because I haven't exactly gotten any, like I live in an apartment. I'm doing everything out of an apartment. The sweet sounds of New York. I live by a hospital by New York. So finding good time to record is also like impossible. There it goes. But in case I have to redub that, I will. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of organization going on and a lot of restocking things. I think I have some stickers that need to be restocked. The Valentine's Day stuff is already made for this year, so I'll be sending some of those out and shipping them. So I'll maybe have some packaging in this video. We'll see how it goes. Well, at least I didn't get somebody blasting their music. Check that one off the list when it happens. My little list here, and an international order that slipped through the cracks, so I'm gonna have to work that one out. I'm still not quite set up to do international yet, but I will get my shop ready for that. And you can see this is my shipping space slash storage space. It's unorganized, so we'll just work around it. And Lychee's here too. Hey, Lychee. Almost forgot my mask there. You don't recognize me? Oh, see, now you know it's me. Yeah. Got some tea and some food, and I'm gonna actually do my day job. This is a Your Character Here commission the buyer gave me the okay to record. I plan to have these go on sale every February if you're looking to get one, so I have 3 different types with many poses to choose from. I'm going to super speed through this one since it's in a vlog, but I'll do some proper speed paints in the future. So I am still working on the king cakes because I gotta keep redoing them. Or not redoing them, I gotta keep making more of them. But I also need to restock some of the donuts, like the Valentine's Day donuts and a couple of the Halloween donuts, oddly enough. I had some sales for those during Valentine's Day. So I'm making the bases for them right now. And this is for the Rainbow Love color. And then I will be getting back to more king cakes. I've got this whole bin here full of king cake bases and the frosting that I use. And I also have a big one too, another 18-inch one that I've started on. And my shoulder is killing me, so we will take a break. I'm re-recording this one because there's a little audio distortion, but basically I got myself a new Addi. It's an Addi King, and I was able to get it way cheaper because the crank on it is broken. Now you can really fix those very quickly. It's not hard to take them apart, and there's things on YouTube for that. And the seller even sent a new one for me together with this, so it was a good buy. And I needed another one because the white one I have is missing the foot, which isn't really much of a problem, but it also isn't as big as the other Addi that I have, because that one is 46 needles and this one is only 40. So it was a pretty good buy and it works out for me. Not to mention I can run multiple projects at once. I ran out of polyfill, so I'm gonna have to order some more, but this gives me an idea for another project, or something else I can do with it. I'm not entirely sure, but but it will turn like that, and that's how I get my donut shape. Super speeding through again, I'm illuminating the icing for a king cake pillow. And of course, lychee is always close by. So just to show how the knitted one, the loom knitted version came out, very nice. I think I do need to get a smaller loom, like they have them, they call them like baby looms, or they're smaller gauges in between so that the spaces aren't as big. And this is not so much of an issue here, but it does separate a little bit more than the ones that I knitted by hand, or with the needles I should say. I did this by hand too. So I'm gonna finish putting this last part on, and the green, the last two sections I have to put on, and then instead of doing the tulip cord, the I cord with the tulip knitter, because that also destroys my arm with all the rotating. I just went on ahead and crocheted a chain to do the icing part. I think it still looks fun. I think I'm going to do it this way from now on. I was thinking about using like Chanel yarn or like a different thicker yarn, but you know, if I use like a thicker, like a bulky 6 or something, just the weight of it, it'll like kind of piece apart. And with the Chanel yarn, like how I'm sewing it on there might affect the way it looks. Like it might get bumpy because of the thread, putting little sections in between it. So I opted to just do a chain instead. So I think I'm going to do it this way anyway from now on for the Well, the small ones too. I started doing that for the small ones also, but also for the big ones. And it's also faster. Got a counter for old tripod here, since these ones don't come with a counter, the loops and thread ones, but they're I think the same as the Centro ones, just different branding. But it is a digital counter, but it's better than nothing, and it runs on a magnet, so every time the magnet passes it counts. It's been pretty accurate so far. Okay, so it's time to start Project Organize This Space. This is kind of gonna be like I said this space, actually it's 3 spaces because I live in an apartment, so my storage space slash craft space slash studio space is like 3 different spots. This is mostly just the shipping area, and all my yarn things are in my bedroom, and my computer is in a different spot. So I've already started because I'm gonna start by doing these bookshelves. They're old. Well, this whole building is old, but this whole unit is old. It's way older than me. These bookshelves are also older than me. I am revamping them. So I got some black contact paper and some hollow graphic tape. Now it looks blue like this, but in the light it turns into like this green gold kind of, like, see that right there. Let me see if I can move this way. Excuse me, cat. Excuse me. No, excuse me. Okay. There. Turns like that. So this is how it's gonna look up there, and I need to go trim up those edges on the contact paper, but that's how I'm gonna revamp it from brown, just like that. It's all chipped and dusty and whatnot, so we're gonna fix that. Some updates. So I finished putting the liner on my bookshelf, which is really interesting because the liner is black, and then this part right here is actually this tape right here. See, you can see I use this one. It changes color. It's kind of transparent, so I'm guessing because the shelves were originally brown, it changed to the sunset color, which is what it says. It goes from like this opalescent to sunset. But you can kind of see some of like the green and whatnot in there and at certain angles. But it was originally this color. I started to organize a bit. Oh, hello. Here. So I got one of these from Joanne because Joanne was having a big sale, storage sale, half off. It's just a simple craft organizer, like paper. If you had scrapbooking paper, 12 by 12 sheets. So right now I just have my bubble mailers on here. You found something? Yeah, you found something? Okay. And I'm gonna have that here. So this is kind of temporary. I'm not sold on this. I still have more things coming in to organize. I still have more like this. I don't want these here. This is felt, like large felt, and I don't need that anymore. I just got these because when I used to work at Joann, I could get things really cheap. So I was able to get like these large things of felt, but now I just do the sheets or like the pre-cut. So I'll figure out how to store that, because once this is gone, I'm not getting anything that long anymore, because I only work on small items anyway. And down here, this was for another project that I didn't like how it was turning out. I was making these little like Pokemon starter faces, and I was using flannel, like soft cozy flannel, but I didn't like how it was like getting thready as I was trying to make small objects. This is why you should kind of test your projects before you do them. So now I have a whole bunch of colors of flannel that I will have to use for other things. I'll put a use to it. I did think about destashing it for a while, but I'm sure I can find a use for this. And once that's gone, I'll have something else. But I'm gonna probably put it in the closet over here once I organize this, because that's where I have my cotton, and this kind of corner is mostly my fabric. There's my sewing things here. There's a sewing table under there, like an antique singer, and my racks here for thread, which I got secondhand from an estate sale. So I want to have those hung up here. They're like long boards, so those will go really nice here. And then this, like, here's some of my fleece, and some cottons are in here. So this is what I'm kind of trying to work out, like extra little pieces up here and stuff. I have a yarn rug here, which the rug is the other side of this. It's goo from Harigu. So I gotta put backing on it. But once I get that organized, like, I think I'm gonna get like a bookshelf. I'm gonna put like a 16-inch shelf here so I can better store some things, because I kind of need to figure out what to do with these boxes. I have to go in a different spot, and I don't know where yet. So there's gonna be a lot of reorganizing, but that's where we are now so far. Got a few new additions to the studio. So I got another Cricut to go with my maker, and it's a pretty lavender color. I love that color. More storage bins. This is gonna be for all my little beads and things, not for stickers. I have something else I planned for that. That's on its way. And a rolling tote. It has 2 compartments. Open it up. Because it stacks on top of each other. So this is for conventions, because we're going to start going to conventions again in the summer. So I can store all the stuff, take with me. So I'm redoing all the stuff for my conventions. These are art bin. Like, this one's an art bin storage unit, and this one is art bin also. These ones I got off of Joann because they had a storage 50% off storage sale. And I have another thing coming in too that will also be storage for conventions when that comes. This I got secondhand, but it's a 2, and I think they're moving on to like 3 now, so you can get them cheaper now. Still works the same. But I got a lot more stuff, because under here I have more shipping supplies that need to get organized. This has got to get organized. These are my Pantone swatches that I need to organize. These are more Pantone swatches in here that I need to organize, and some more pins to organize those Pantone swatches. I've got stuff everywhere. I have a few things I got secondhand, displays. that I'm gonna revamp for our table. And I think I have some more over there. There's again my yarn tower of yarn that needs to be gone through. But I still need to get the units, both cubby holes. That's what I wanted, the storage cubes, like those IKEA shelves. That's where I'm gonna store this. But this is going in my room, and that will probably be a lot later. So there's a lot of reorganization going on right now. So there's also a lot of mess going on right now. So hopefully that'll get fixed by the summer. Okay, so I just vacuumed my cat off the floor. And I've got this old shag carpet that's older than me. So it takes a lot of work to get this thing clean. But I've also now just put all of my knitting accessories, not really supplies, back here because I'm going to organize this. It took time to organize this. I've got all this stuff here. And this is what my room tends to look like in the middle of projects. Honestly, I think this is neater because I just placed it back here. But what I've got in here are all my little things that I put on my knitted items, like the donuts and stuff. I have my holiday ones here. It's like my Valentine's Day hearts, the conversation hearts. So I have outgrown this one, and I have now gotten a new one, because not only do I have these like resin and rubber ones in here, I also have knitted crochet ones. And I have a bunch of these ones that I've ordered or I've made myself, just pre-made. So I don't want to put these up because they're all just hanging out in bags. Like I've got these appliques, it's like crocheted appliques. Here are some more charms for like bigger items. So I put those up. Got all sorts. There's some stuff I did, pre-made swirls to make my stuff go faster. I think I have some pre-made flowers I did in there. There's like all sorts of stuff just I've got going on in here that need organization. Like I have some cinnamon sticks I did in here somewhere too. I was using a bunch of stuff for here, a little sneak peek for a later project. These ice cream octopus, and they go inside these containers, which are not done yet either. That's for later, but they have 8 of them in 8 different colors. There's a stack of the ice cream cups that I started with putting the foil on, so that's a project for later. And I have stuff that I started restocking, like the Valentine's donuts. And yeah, I mean, now that we're at the end of February, I'm just gonna have the stuff pre-made, put it up, and then that's it. Because I would say we're moving on to Mardi Gras, but Mardi Gras has also been going on at the same time. We've got also keychain stuff down here that I've gotta put up. Bells, more little tchotchkes in there too. So I need to get all this organized. So I've got my smoothie, and let's get to work. Okay, so I got In here, just the stuff that I already knitted, like pre-knitted, or well, crocheted actually. Some of it's knitted, like this stuff's knitted. Just some granny squares and some curly cues, and among other things, like I don't have quite space to put in here yet, like these glasses for dolls, and then other knitted projects I already have. And here's my buttons, and these are like decorative buttons, and these are just regular like clothing buttons that I actually got from when I used to work at Joann. There was a man who came in who gave this to us to see if anyone could use it, because they were his wife who had passed, and he figured we would do something with it. So I took it, and I kept the note he left in there too, just so I remember, because I thought that was really nice. But in this one, I've got all my little resin charms and things in here that go on my creations. And then these ones, I wanted to keep this more, oh, this one's empty, fabric or like crocheted pieces. In here, these are some of the pre-made flowers. Oh, these are some of the flowers I did before, and then I got tired of doing this, so I just realized that you can just buy them. So, and a lot of this is pretty much what is gonna happen is if I can't find it online, I will just make it myself, like the cinnamon sticks. Didn't see anyone making cinnamon sticks, so I made cinnamon sticks. Everybody makes flowers, so that's why I just bought flowers. I'm not doing that anymore. But some leaves, like you've got these leaves here. But then I also realized that you can also just buy pre-made leaves too, so I'm not doing these anymore either. Just save my hands the trouble. These little like berries in different colors. So that's, and it also saves me time too, because when I'm just making things on the go, I can just pick it up and go. And I also have these foam flowers, and these little fruits. They're plastic. They're actually supposed to be for like displays, but they work well with some of the other stuff I do. And I will probably move them from here when I get more bins. But for right now, this is where they'll go. Because I want to kind of keep this to like fabric. Oh, you want to join me? I want to keep this to more like fabric and crocheted items. I got my stars, some of the glitter, some of them. They have metallic ones too. So I'm probably going to be buying more of these things because I am like obsessed with these appliques. Love these things. Crocheted appliques, fabric appliques, embroidered appliques. Love these things. And I've got an embroidery machine too, so I can actually make some of these myself as well. But the point is to use it to make ones that I can't find. If I can find it, then I buy it, save myself the time. And then another thing I always do is my bags. I always save my packaging bags if they are good enough to be used. Reuse your plastic and don't spend the money. So you're always gonna need them when I'm shipping out stuff and I need to protect something in some plastic. I get them, just keep them. So there's definitely more stuff that I have to, oh, that's my cat. Who, of course, while I'm recording, decided that she needs to go use the bathroom. But for now, that's all I'm doing for my organization. Definitely have a way more things to organize. I've got a whole bunch of like washi tapes and things in here that are going into the studio space. And all these like foam sheets here. There's a lot to do. Got another knitter. This one is an 18 needle knitter. I have a 16 and then a 22. And they do make 20 needle ones, but nah, I just wanted to try the 18 and see for smaller options. I didn't think the 20 needle wasn't that much different from the 22. And the 18 probably isn't that much different from the 16, but we'll test it and see. This one is from Japan. They have several different ones, like models of this with different branding. But this one is the Sugar Bunnies one. Let's see. Comes in that cute egg shape. And it comes with some felt for doing the bunnies now, and also instructions, but they're all in Japanese, which it's not a problem because if you know how to use one knitter, you know how to use all of them. Here's the cover and our actual machine with this cute little bunny shape at the front. So we'll see what I can do with this one and how much different that goes with my 16. Now, both of these I got used, and my 16 is it's old, it's like 1970, and it is kind of creaky, and I can't take it apart, so I have to figure out how to oil it. So maybe this one, it does run much smoother. We'll probably either replace or go along with, we'll see, and I can take it apart if I need to. Some closing thoughts before I leave you. I'm thinking going forward, I'm going to try and keep my videos a little bit more concise. This one ran more than I was thinking, and I want to keep them closer to 20-30 minutes, but we'll work on that as things go on. Next month, since I did a lot of knitting, I will focus more on drawing. I tend to switch between the two when I'm working. So if I'm doing drawing next month, then in April it'll be more focused on the crafts and knitting again, depending on what happens. There's definitely going to be a lot less organizing next time, simply because I'm slowing it down so I can focus on drawing things. I have a lot of stickers that I started sketching and working on this at the end of this month that I'm going to get some recording in for March. I have some new things I want to get into, like apparel. So I saw some bandanas I wanted to try. There's more keychains coming in. So we're going to focus more on that next video. That being said, this ended up being a pretty fun experience. I really was dreading doing this before, didn't want to show my face, didn't want to record or whatnot. But then once I started doing it, I just kind of stopped caring. It's actually pretty fun, and I'm looking forward to doing this next month. So I'll see you then. Bye.